next guest is a freshman senator now running as a Democratic candidate for President of the United States. Please welcome your senator from the great state of Illinois, Barack Obama, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming back on the show.
It is wonderful to see you, Dave.
How do you like being a senator now? It's been two full sessions, 2 full years, right?
Being a senator has been terrific. We are now in the majority, which means at least we can stop some bad things from happening.
Here's an impossible question. At the end of the day, let's say there is some resolution. What will one have learned from this experience?
Well, I think there are a couple of things that we can learn. Number one is you don't go to war based on faulty intelligence. We're going to have to, I think, be much more aggressive in terms of diplomacy in the region, both inside Iraq and outside of Iraq. And I think we can say to the various parties in Iraq that we want to be partners with you. We want to help you rebuild your country, but we're not going to be able to do it simply by sending more and more young men and women. And you know, when I'm in Iowa or New Hampshire or Illinois and you meet mothers and fathers who've lost their children there, and they ask, why are we still there? It's very hard to give them a good answer. The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure, have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
Now other than wanting to lead your country and make things better, is it a good time now to be wanting this office? Because look what you're or anybody for that matter, look what you have ahead of you. I mean, this is not going away before the new president arrives.
I suspect that Iraq is still going to be on the table when the next president is sworn in. I think we've got major budget problems. We've got a healthcare system that is broken, but I also think there are enormous opportunities right now. The American people are paying attention in a way that they haven't, I think, in several decades. They really understand that we've got a series of choices we've got to make in terms of fixing the education system, the healthcare system. And when you mobilize millions of Americans and say, let's think in practical, common sense ways about solving problems, and let's get beyond some of the partisanship we've been involved with, and the bickering and the slash and burn politics, people really respond. I think that's the reason why we're doing pretty well in this campaign. People outside of this country are expressing disappointment because they've got high expectations for America. And they want America to lead. They want America to lead through our values and through our ideals and through our example. But they have high expectations of us because I think that this country is still the last best hope on earth.
Your campaign has raised $25 something like that million so far.
In the first quarter, we've done okay.
And Hillary Clinton's campaign, essentially the same, 22, 23 million, something like that.
Yeah,
and what does this? Why is this so essential now for such high-profile candidates to have this kind of early money? What does that mean?
You know, we've got to advertise on the Letterman show. Most of the money goes in television, but we're real proud of the fact that we raised it mostly from small donors. About 90% of the folks who donated on our website, barackobama.com, they gave it in $100 or less. And what that means is that we're getting a lot of grassroots support around the country. Now, it's just the first quarter, which, so we've got a long way to go.
They're saying, oh, well, this is Barack Obama's, he's only been a senator for 2 years, so maybe we're looking at some sort of a compromise on the ticket. Maybe he'll be the presidential candidate, Hillary might be the vice president, maybe the reverse of that. Any of that occur at this point or not?
You don't run for second. No, I don't believe in that. Yeah.
But that would be a powerful ticket, undeniably, that would be a powerful ticket.
Which order are we talking about?
Well, let's say... Let's say you're the presidential candidate. Okay.